Alright, so we decided what we're going to do is we're going to just play a couple more friendlies for today, and then wind it up. At the moment, we are hoping we'll find another ML in the pool, scouting pool that we're happy with at some point soon, hopefully tomorrow. So that's the reason why we didn't play the league matches. Plus, we played like 12 yesterday, so didn't feel that there was a rush to have to dive straight into them. We got, a week to play them, so not a huge rush. So we might just wait to, hopefully. I mean, we'll wait a couple of days here. Hopefully, we'll get it tomorrow, and we'll be able to start, play 1 or 2 a day or whatever it is, spread them out. Yeah, but it's just the ML because we've only got one and he's injured at the moment, so we're playing the friendlies to continue to test some things out, but also be able to use the injured player. So we got our new players in the team now. So that's our new box-to-box midfielder. And our new goalkeeper. So it'll be interesting to see how much the new goalkeeper helps with this set-piece situation. Like, alone, we haven't really done... Also, the box-to-box midfielder had decent, like, was it like 70 maybe? Earlier, 71, I can't quite remember. See, that was a real problem there. That was our slow defender. It was a real problem that, like, he got all the way to there. Like, even if he had like 36 speed or something, the set piece would have been, just a problem that he having a defender that slow. It's like 20 speed or whatever it is, but yeah. Gosh. Cannot deal with this threat. Yeah, and it's a goal. So there's a missed tackle there by our destroyer. So that's just worth noticing. That's where all the problems started to unfold. And he's like this destroy role, but he's only got like 60 something tackling. We really would rather a player there with closer to, more than 60 something, I guess. Certainly in the 70s is what we sort of be looking for. If we could find one, so it's just worth bearing in mind. Yeah, that's a shame. That was a really well worked chance. So was theirs, to be fair, but ours was just as well. I was happy with those couple chances we just created, by the way. I like the brand of football that we're playing. And the goal that they scored, I mean, as is quite often the case, right? It was off the back of our mistake, so to speak, our missed tackle, but, that's just how it rolls. Typically speaking, a mistake is made somewhere on the pitch when a goal is scored in football. Whether it's a really blatantly obvious one or not is another thing. But if the team defended perfectly, then probably the other team would never score. It is... what book was it? I think it was Inverting the Pyramid, History of Football Tactics. I'm not sure if that was a book, but there was an interesting passage in there about Stan, about his true value was in not doing anything effectively. Like he made it a massive difference defensively to the teams that he was on, but he rarely did anything statistically. Like he rarely won tackles or made interceptions or anything. So his true value was basically being in the right place at the right time, so that nothing ever had to be done. It was a very interesting concept. Basically, his true value was really like avoiding mistakes as much as possible. In a way, might be another way of looking at that. Because if you're not ever having to do anything, then you never make a mistake. Which means that you could argue that not standing in the perfectly correct position is a mistake in and of itself. One that's far more expensive than any other type of mistake in football. Anyway. Yes, I think, they were only 2-1. Yeah, both of their goals were quite nicely constructed, I have to say, as was ours, but... Right, so our brand new keeper have had 2 shots to score 2 goals. How about that? He didn't come to the rescue at all. I'm not sure how concerned I am, like... we didn't buy that. We could have bought a destroyer, by the way, that was a bit slower and good in the air and higher tackling. So I think that's just worth bearing in mind. Like, that at the end of the day, like, we got a DMC with destroyer role who isn't that great at tackling. I mean, it's definitely a tactical deficiency, and an easy thing to improve. Especially the one that we have is like, he's above average at distribution, but he's not like world class at it or anything. So it's like, it's an easy thing for us to improve. These wingers are like a real problem for our tactical set. Like, they have these really well constructed goals, but because they were wrapping around, and we've got no, like, it's just a weakness in our tactic basically. But like, it can't be all strengths. It's got to be. There are always going to be weaknesses, but I mean, I think for us, it's just how, it's just worth being aware of. Like, also we have to consider that our centre halves are like, one of them's great, but the other 2 are like really limited. And when you're only running 3 defenders, can you really have 2 that are really limited or hit the post? So definitely something to keep tabs of, but just have to, we need to bear in mind that our defensive unit is far from complete. Basically, it needs major work. And on top of that, the destroyer sitting in front of them isn't particularly great at tackling either. So right now, we've been heavily focused on trying to make sure we're creating good flow of chances. That's really been our priority here. So, and we want to be defensively solid, but at the end of the day, there's only so solid you can be if your defenders are all really bad, or all of them are bad except for one. So. I mean, I'd say like one of them's below average, one of them's just extremely one-dimensional and limited. One of them's good, and the DMC is the Destroyer is just not like he's probably decent enough DMC, but he's not perfectly suited to the role that we want as the Destroyer. So it's not as bad as one might think when I'm saying that, but it's certainly like massive scope for improvement, that we could make massive defensive improvements in our team by not tactically changing anything, just by changing some of the personnel. So I'm not panicking too much about it. That this one team had 2 well-constructed goals against us in one match. I'm not going to hit the panic button. And make that 3 well-constructed. Oh, nope, 2. But yeah, they've had some well-constructed chances. But again, the other thing we have to bear in mind here is that these teams were playing in the friendlies. Like I said before, they're a little bit better than the ones in the league matches. So at this point, we're going to get this player off doing again what I said do not do, which is substituting off a high aerial ability player for a lower one whilst defending a corner. This time we didn't concede, but yeah. It feels like we've been getting demolished here. It's not that bad. We are only losing by 1 goal, so they've just had some nice play, I think. That was pretty decent for us. There we go. So yeah, we do. And then again, the poacher, right? He just pops on and scores. I really like it. I really like how different our team plays by changing absolutely nothing but our striker and changing the role, and it really just changes things. I like it. And to be honest, I think it's possibly stronger, to be honest, playing the poacher version for us. Which is something we should bear in mind. I think we need to be looking out for that player. And I think the striker we're starting should be coming off the bench, because he doesn't have enough endurance to last the whole game anyway. So it's better that he's the one coming off the bench. And it's better that if you're going to go with the pace that you're doing that later in the game anyway, than doing that at the start and then going slower at the end. So we just need to find that striker, basically. Oof, could have snatched it there. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm not going to take we could have lost this as well. So absolutely. At some point we will, like I keep saying, we'll build out this bench a bit, and we'll have a fair enough idea. I think again with these friendlies in particular, like we really are just trying to refine the tactic. When we go on back to the trial matches, we'll place more emphasis on maybe winning a bit more. I think we placed a reasonable emphasis before. Right, so I'm curious now. Was that another team? Did we play that team before? So we played Firestarter. We did play them before. So last time we beat them 1-0, but we were trying to win last time. So cool. Alright, we'll play one more friendly. You know what? I've already found the game. Okay, you know what? I was going to say, you know what? Right. What I'm going to do is exactly what I said we should do last game. I'm going to do bring the faster striker on at the end. Do it that way, the way that I said that I think it should be done. See if that helps. So we're going to start with this guy as the poacher. And just have this guy come off the bench. Now, I think with the players we actually have, like probably, it should be the other way around, because this guy's here for longer term and this guy we're going to get rid of or whatever, but just as a tactical exercise, not as a squad building exercise, like because I have this sort of theory that what we want is just a clinical all-rounded, like a clinical goal scorer who's all-rounded that starts the match, and then when we get near the end, we want to bring on this less rounded, faster player here to hopefully exploit the fact that they're tired. I was talking too much last game as well. I didn't pay full attention to how they scored their goals, and that's something we should be deeply concerned about at the moment. Like, exactly. I know one of them comes through here where their DMC missed a tackle, which is where we wanted them, but the other one, I couldn't quite remember what happened. And it sort of matters what happened to see if there's something we could have done to prevent that. So I'm going to try and pay a bit more attention to exactly how we're defending, because we've been primarily focusing on all our attacking, to be honest. When we've been watching, and I'm being sort of narrating what's something happening with the attacking and narrating it, and whilst I'm talking, I'm not that great at multitasking, so I'm not really paying that much attention to what's happening. So here, for example, this good build up. Oh, great shot. Oh. Some really nice build up play, I gotta say. I like how the team plays. Yeah, another well-worked chance. We're really in control. They're definitely, I think, playing long ball. They just keep moving it forwards. We get it in our attacks. We tend to be working the ball around a little bit more than them. I've had a few things well worked. We've had... who's this guy? Centre half. Really good chance. Oh, gosh. We are playing some very nice looking football, and honestly, I'm just going to keep going because it's just we are doing really, really well here with our tactic without having changed anything. So. And I think we'll just stick to the original plan at the moment, which was just we've got the faster striker on the bench now, so we can switch the styles up. And again, this guy will be able to last much longer. The other guy we've had to sell at half time before, so I think potentially there is, that option there. We'll see if we score as well, because even if we score, we may not even need to bring the other guy on. This guy's not even that fast, and he's, oh gosh, breaking through like that. So I do feel like probably the other guy could run right, but I'm not sure how desperate we are to do that just yet. Like, we are creating a constant flow of chances. And we do have to bear in mind that the other guy's got low finishing, so even if he does break clear and get a couple chances, he may miss him as well, so we've got to keep that in mind. I think now might be the time, because we've got to sub off the MR probably yeah, see, this guy the other striker would have got there first. So I think now's the time to switch it up. And also we're running out of time here. There's not a lot of time. Like, there's quite a big difference between half time and the 65th minute. Oh, and he's missed that. Jeez. Okay. So now it's time to I think the question is, alright, we'll do this. So we'll go striker, attacking, and here we're going to go mixed, direct, space, fast. So we're just going to hit it forwards now. Because I think that our striker's got quite a significant speed advantage. If we can just get the through ball. It would be a shame to lose now. Oh, when we very nearly did. Yeah. This is a problem as well. It's not just a case of the faster striker make those changes. The problem with these changes as well is that they cause us to lose possession much faster as well, which puts a lot more pressure on our defense. So, it is a change that it's kind of like a roll in the dice change. Like, this change could result in us losing the match when we were really stable otherwise. Get there first. Nope. And we might have scored the other path as well. We were still creating chances. We were so it wasn't like this was absolutely the right thing to do here. Our other striker still wasn't, he still had a bit of energy left. He could have kept going. He was 86%, so I feel like, see, we just turned the ball over and over and over again. So this was like totally through the match. like changing to this fast tempo and stuff, like it totally like you know, it might pay off just yet. There's a few minutes left, but that's, like I said, like we literally we're just like gambling with the result here. As it turns out, like we were sort of wrong. You know, our striker wasn't way faster, basically. And that's that. So, yeah, I think it just it was a bad change. Don't know if it lost us the game or not. Like, cause I think obviously, but yeah, we were creating really solid chance flow. I think one interesting thing though is that our creative forward, he had some like excellent quality chances that game and missed them. And I think looking at it, the other interesting part about AMC in particular is that I bought the wrong one. As it turns out, I rewatched the video, and I bought the wrong one. There was actually two. I think maybe the one that we meant to buy was 24. So there was a 24-year-old Italian AMC that also cost maybe it was 1.1 million instead of 1.01 or something, but cost almost the same. Was Italian, both AMC, and was 1 year younger. So we meant to buy the other guy, and the other guy had higher finishing and long shots and stuff, and was a bit faster, I think, and had a higher vision and maybe so the other guy was and higher dribbling, but had a bit lower passing, I think. So he was just better for what we wanted. This guy isn't really that great for what we need. Like he's alright. He's not bad, which is why when we clicked on him, it wasn't immediately obvious. So yeah, but in particular, those couple chances when he burst through, like he hasn't actually got particularly good finishing or composure. His long shots, he's alright or whatever, but it's like for those chances where he bursts through, it's not great. So, I'd say this is a pretty easy one for us to upgrade at some point as well. Now that's what it's turned into. It's a shame because the other guy was a bit better for what we wanted. Plus he was younger. Which is why, because I don't think we would have made, even if that other guy wasn't there, I don't think, we would have bought this guy for 1.01 million, pretty much. Like, he's a couple guy that we've been settling for other positions. It's, like, not quite what we need, but, somewhat there. And we're paying more like 500,000 type of range. So, yeah. But it's done now. And in actual fact, like, this game, he missed those couple chances, but on the whole, he's done all right. He has scored a couple long shots. He has been creating quite a bit. Like, it's not been bad. I'm just saying, accidentally bought the wrong dude, really, is what I'm saying. So, but it's a pivotal role for this tactic, I think, in particular. The ability for this role to both create and score is going to be really important because, create and or score, but, like, clearly they're not, like, because of the nature of the role, like it's offset creative forward or whatever, it's not going to be scoring a goal a game or anything like that. But we definitely want the role to maybe, like, if have this type of output, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure, but they're not contributing anything defensively. That's the key here. I don't think it's about just goals and assists. That's the thing. It's like the assist is just the final touch. It's just how involved they are in the sort of the overall build-up leading to goals. So it isn't just about the goals and assists, but it's it's an indicator. So yeah, so it's another one. It's actually just another player. Like at the end of the day, everything can be improved here. Our fast striker, has a low finishing, and I kind of feel like. I feel like the keeper we're alright with long term, and this one central defender, like in theory, yeah, sure, we'll be alright with him long term, except there is no long term with him because he's 34. So in actual fact, if you look at looking at our team and where we're at so far, we're basically saying realistically, like, players that we expect to be with our team still in 2 months' time from now, like this seat. Let's say come towards the end of like the season after next, so whatever that is, 2.5 months time from now. I kind of feel like that it's like only the goalkeeper at the moment. Everyone else could be gone by then. Everyone else could be replaced by then. The next most likely player to still be hanging around then, I believe, is probably this box-to-box midfielder that we just bought, because they're the one that they're not really that deficient in anything for the role. Like, so, and maybe this guy could be around still as a backup at the DMC. So there might be a couple of these players in around as far as the squad is concerned, but as far as starting, I mean, I don't think any of these guys will be starting, except for the goalkeeper, come the season, like whatever, towards the end of the season after next, basically. This guy again might be still in the squad, but just as the backup, basically. So, all right, well, I think we're done for today. Played a lot yesterday, and quite a bit of content made today as well. So, I hope this is helpful, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.